So do you have your own podcast where maybe you want to invite some guests on? Do you maybe have important meetings that you need to record? Or maybe you just have video calls with people that you want to record so that you can edit the video a little bit later. You want high quality video, you want high quality audio, you want high quality screen recordings, right? So if you guys haven't heard about Riverside FM before, it's a service that allows you to do video chats, and it's going to record those videos and give you super high quality audio, video, as well as any of the screen recordings that you do. So how might you use this? Well, I've been using it to help you guys out. I'm jumping on video calls with you guys and I'm recording them so that I can provide them to you, or maybe even make YouTube videos out of them. Maybe you want to use them in a meeting. You're recording a meeting and it's an important meeting and you're going to record it and you need high quality audio and video for after the fact so that you can edit together a video for it. Or as I'm going to be doing here with the DaVinci Resolve podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check out the DaVinci Resolve podcast. But I want to have some guests on the show, some of our favorite creators in the space here on YouTube. And the best way that I can do that is to use something like Riverside FM. So I get those high quality recordings, I can download them when we're done, and then I can create a good video to put on YouTube as well as Spotify and other places, so that we've got the podcast, we've got our guests on there, everything is in high quality, it sounds good, it looks good, and we have a good show for you guys. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, Riverside FM. I want to show you how it works, how I've been using it, and what I think about it, and maybe it's something that you could fit into your workflow if you do any kind of video chatting and you need to get high quality audio, video, and screen recordings for either your clients, YouTube, or whatever it might be. So let's go check it out. So let's jump into Riverside here and talk about it a little bit and just show you kind of how it works and how you kind of get things set up here. So what you're seeing on the screen here is your studios. So in Riverside, we have the option to set up different studios, they're called. And this is just different spaces of places that we can, send somebody a link to and have them come to, ways we can create rooms almost for our different video chats. So if you check it out, I've got a couple here. I've got one for just plain old video chats, right? Maybe somebody I'm working with to try and help solve a problem. I have a podcast one here where I'm going to be using this room for any of the podcasts that I film. And you can also live stream with Riverside. I've tried it out a little bit. It works pretty good. But the main thing that you want to use Riverside for is getting those good quality, crisp recordings that include both video as well as the audio. So that way you can bring it into your editing program of choice, in my case, DaVinci Resolve. Then we can edit that together and make all kinds of cool footage, cool podcasts, whatever it might be, make our video out of all those high quality assets and post it to the world to see here on YouTube, right? So let's take a look at a studio here. Let's go ahead and make a new one just so you guys can kind of see the process here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new studio. I'm going to click on New Studio here. Now I'm going to come up top. We're going to name it something. We're just going to call this, let's see, J's. Now you have the option to record audio only or audio and video. So I'm going to say audio and video because I like to do both and have the option to do both audio and video with all my recordings here, whether it be a podcast or whatever it might be. Once you type in a name, go ahead and hit Enter Studio. Now, once you click Enter the Studio, we're going to be signing in as the host. And you can see on the screen here, that's me. That's me over there. I've got another camera over here hooked up to my computer that I can use as my webcam. In this case, it's a Blackmagic 6K G2. Fantastic camera. So we're going to use that as our webcam, and I also have a microphone hooked up to that as well. So we can plug in our name and say whether you're using headphones or not using headphones. I would always recommend using headphones because it's just going to give you a better experience. There's less chance of feedback and that kind of stuff. So you want to have your guests use headphones if you can. So I am using headphones. And before we join the studio, you can take a look over here. We've got different inputs or options that we can choose. If I click the little drop down, it's going to show me the different things I can use as audio inputs, as video inputs. And then how am I listening to my audio? And in this case, it's my Evo 4 audio interface. That's how I'm listening to what's going to be going on or any guests I might have. That's how I can hear them. So everything is set up good here. I'm going to go ahead and click Join Studio. So now I'm in the studio, and this is what it looks like once we're inside the studio. If I look over here at this camera now, you can see me over there. So just taking a quick look at the window here, it tells me the name of the studio, any people that we have in here. I can quickly invite people to the studio by clicking Invite People. You've got the option to share a link to this studio, or you can send an email to them. And in the email, it's going to have a breakdown of like how to log in and how to get to Riverside here. And one thing to note, you do need to be using specific browsers to use Riverside FM. Chrome browser is the one that I use. It works with all of them. I'll throw up on the screen here the rest of the browsers that you can use, as well as the ones that don't work just yet. So if you shared an email with somebody, it's going to tell them how to log in, what kind of browser they can use, and all that kind of stuff, and how to get started and how to meet you in your studio. Across the top here, we've got a little button that tells us whether we're recording or not. Another button that tells us whether our videos are uploading, because how Riverside works is it records all of your information locally, and then it uploads it to Riverside and processes and has everything split up. And that's how you get the highest quality video and audio, is that it records it locally and then it uploads it while you're actually streaming too. You don't have to wait hours after you're done. It kind of uploads as you're going. So what you see on the screen, it might look like a lesser quality, but if you were to download those files, they're actually really high quality files. The best that was able to be captured from, your microphone and your camera that you might have hooked up. Down here is our main window. You can see me right over here. Hey, how you doing? And then any guest that you would have would pop up over here. Again, we can share the studio here by copying the link or inviting somebody by email. Over on the right-hand side here, we've got our studio. We can name this whatever we want to name it. We can invite more people again. You can apply noise reduction. And as the host, you have some ability to make changes for other people, such as their audio levels and things like that. Coming down a little bit farther, you're going to see your audio levels here. It'll show you what your levels are. So my microphone's over there. So if I bring this guy a little bit closer, you can see now we're getting a little reading there on the screen. So that's going to give you levels for everybody that's part of the call. You would see everybody appear over here, which is kind of sweet. You can also use echo cancellation if people aren't using their headphones. So you've got an option to do that. Coming down along the bottom here, you've got different settings. So if you click on the settings here, it's just going to bring up our different options here for our studio, right? So each specific studio can have different settings, and you can just really customize it however you'd like. Again, picking your cameras, your volumes, you can mirror things. If you click through the different options here, you can make it public, you can make it private, you can ask people to wait in the lobby if you'd like, so that you have to let them into your studio before you start. You've got options on recording here. How do you want to record your audio, your sample rates? Now, sample rates here, typically for audio, you're going to want to just do 44.1, but if you're including video too, you want to change that to 48. So you want to keep that in mind. Down here, you've got the ability to change the options for the quality of the video, right? So maybe, you're only recording at 720 or on a little webcam. The recommended optimized quality is probably fine. But if you're recording on something like my Blackmagic Cinema over here, you're probably going to want to come over and use the advanced quality, and you can set it to either 1080 or 4K. Coming down to live stream, if you were going to live stream, you can go in here and put in your different keys and things so that when you're streaming from Riverside, it's going to post it to the appropriate site, your YouTube channel or whatever it might be. And then in advance here, you've got some data control options. So just some things to keep in mind. The one you really want to probably worry about and take a look at is the recording tab here, and just go ahead and select the quality that you want. And if you're doing video, make sure you select 48 kilohertz right here. And if you need the noise reduction, go ahead and put it on. You can record the audio only, although I think you're going to be wanting to record the video too. It's better to have it both if you've got your camera hooked up, and that way you can decide what you want to use later. Down along the bottom here, we've got our record button. So this is how we start recording our screen, our audio, as well as our video, as well as any guests that come on. This is how everything starts to get recorded. Again, down here, we've got our microphone. We can mute that. We've got our camera. We can turn that off, as well as select different options, your speakers. I can share my screen right here. So if I just click on this guy, boom, it's going to ask me if I want to share the entire screen, share just a window, or just a Chrome tab. So you've got the option there on sharing different things, which comes in really handy. And then if you want to leave the call or hang up, you can click on leave right there. Another couple cool features here, if we come up into our studio area right up over here, we've got media. So check this out. You can add different things in here, but there are some pre-selected like tracks and things in here, like clapping. Good to be here, everybody. Good to be here. Good to be here. So you've got that, you've got transitions, you've got a few different things in here that are kind of cool that you can use for, your podcast, but maybe that you're filming or whatever it might be that you're using Riverside to record. And you've got a chat option here where you can have multiple people join in on a chat. Say I'm just streaming, or, I have a public event going on, or people I just invited to a private event and I want people to ask questions and things like that. I can have the chat going. So maybe nobody's on video with me, but I can see the chat here and I'm able to respond and interact with people that way. One of the other cool things is we've got different ways that we can add people into our studio to either watch our podcast, be a part of our meeting, or whatever it might be. So when we go to invite somebody, if we click over here on this little drop down, you've got the ability to invite somebody as an audience member, which means we can just sit in there and watch, right? Maybe they're not interacting, they're not participating, they're just watching. They can be an audience member. They can be a guest, which means they can get on screen with me. They can share their screen. They can interact with me. And then we've also got the ability to add a producer. Now, a producer is somebody who's not going to be on screen, but they're going to be kind of behind the scenes, helping you manage the podcast maybe, or helping you run your meeting or whatever it might be. And they're going to be able to do specific things to kind of help you in the process of recording your video. So those are the cool things. Now, what does it actually look like once we start recording? Well, let's come on over here and we're just going to go ahead and hit record. And then we're going to get a little countdown that looks kind of like this. And I'm going to jump from the C100 Mark II now over to, get us over in here. There we go, over to the Blackmagic 6K. So now you're seeing me on the screen. This is the actual recording, what it's going to look like. This is what the audio sounds like. And we're just going to do a quick little recording here. Then I'm going to show you what happens once you're done recording and you want to go and download all those files. So let's say that our meeting is over. We're going to go ahead and end the call. End meeting for all. So when you're done recording, you're going to have your guest leave their browser open for about a minute or so. It could be a few minutes, but I find it usually less than 30 seconds because as your browser recorded everything locally, now it's finishing the upload to Riverside. So that way, me as the host can go and download all of our files. We can pull them down. We can then bring them into DaVinci Resolve or your editing program of choice, and we can edit those high quality files. So just make sure you tell anybody who's participating in your recording just to leave their browser open for a minute or two. There'll be a little notice on the top that'll tell them when it's done uploading, but just keep the browser open so that way all those high quality files are uploaded, and then that way I can go back and download them, and then we can make an awesome video in DaVinci Resolve using those files. So once everything is uploaded to Riverside, you can go back into the studio, and here's what it looks like when you want to go and download those files. So you would jump back into your meeting. Here's a chat I had with Charles, a guy I was helping out with some problems he was having in DaVinci Resolve. So you can see at the top here, we've got all these different things that have been uploaded, and it tells us it's fully uploaded. So we have Charles's video, we have my video, we have a screen recording, another screen recording, and yet a third screen recording. So when we've added screen recordings and then we dropped out a little bit, or we just went back to talking, me and him on screen and not sharing screens, we've got our different screen recordings there that we can have and download. So under that, we have our full recording. So this is going to be, if I click on here, this is going to be a preview of what the live quality looked like when we were having our conversation, right? So you can see right here, it says live quality preview 480. So this is going to be a lower quality because this is what was streamed live while we were doing it. And you do have the ability to edit this if you wanted. You can click on edit. You can make different stories and posts and full length different edits here, which is pretty sweet. They've kind of got this stuff set up as a template for you, and you can just kind of drag and drop stuff in there. But let's say we want those high quality files. If we go backwards to the dashboard, this is the meeting here. If we scroll down, now we can see we've got our tracks right here. And under our tracks, we can download all participants in high quality, or we can download any individual one in high quality. And for example, if we come to mine right here and I click download high quality, I can get the raw video, I can get the raw synced video, I can get the raw audio, or I can get the compressed audio. Now I'm going to throw on the screen what the different types are there. You can take a quick look at it, but it depends on what you want to do with your video clips and audio clips as far as which ones you might want to download. So it's just as easy to download those files, and then you can bring them into whatever video editing program that you want and create your video. But let's say you want to make some quick clips and maybe you want to share some things out in social media. Well, down here, we actually have the option to create our video right here in Riverside. There's a few different things that we can do down here. We can edit our video right here, right? And any clips that we make will show up right over here, which is pretty sweet. Let's say I just jump into one of my clips here. You can see I can change the size of it. In this case, I made a square one. Maybe I want to post it on Instagram or something like that. You can select the part of your recording that you want to use. It's really cool. There's a lot of stuff. You can select the tracks that you want included in here. You can select a different size, right? You got the 9x16, the 1x1 square, or the 16x9 if you want it a little wider. Again, you can see we've got all our different screen recordings in there. You've got different layouts that you can do. You can add backgrounds. You can add a logo. Real quick and easy here to make little clips that you can share on social media and be able to just quickly get something together and put it out there to let people know about your awesome podcast, your meeting, or whatever it might be. And then also down at the bottom here, we've also got some snapshots that you can take that allow you to share out an image of you and your guest or your multiple guests, whatever it might be. It just makes it quick and easy so you don't have to go jump into another program and actually make something. A lot of it can be done right here on Riverside. A huge thank you to Riverside FM for sponsoring today's video. I've been using it for a little while, and I plan on using it a whole lot more. I really like the ability to download those high-res files, because when I'm making videos and I'm putting them out here on YouTube, I want the best quality that I can get. Not only video, but also audio. And if I'm having guests on a podcast, I want the best quality that I can get there as well. If you are interested in trying out Riverside, check out the link in the description below. You can head over, check it out. There's a free version. Try that first. Give it a try. See how it works out. See if it's something that you can use in your workflow or your podcast or your meetings, whatever it might be. And if it works out and you like it and you want some more features, you want even better quality, you can go ahead and upgrade to one of the paid versions there that you see on the screen. But overall, Riverside is great. I've really been enjoying using it, and those files are top-notch, and I think they do a great job. All right, guys, with that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.